hello there, everyone. Bucketheads, foundlings, residents of Pabu, and escapees of a space-gator. Welcome back to Under the Helmet.
That's my line.
I am here with my co-host. I do not have to run this show on my own. I'm
Former
so happy.
space-gators. What the fuck? Hold on.
Hold up. I was going to say your video is taking a second to catch up. We've got you frozen on a very fun face.
My screen disappeared. Like, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We cannot see you. You got somebody gunning for your spot. Dylan? My guy? Well, give us one moment, y'all. We appear to be having some technical difficulties once again. Oh, shoot. No, the co-host seat is definitely not up for grabs. We are just having some minor technical difficulties. I think it's been a big week for all of us. There we go.
There's a reason we're the most disorganized podcast on the internet. Give me my chair. Turn my fan on. You think after a week in a space-gator, your Wi-Fi would get better?
You would think so, but unfortunately, such is not the case.
But yeah, so if you want to hear about the wonderful story of me escaping the space-gator, don't ask. You'll never hear it again. Somehow Dylan returned. Now, if you excuse me, I'm stripping armor pieces off.
There you go. Yeah, that's all right.
Starting off the stream. Spicy.
I didn't know this was going to be that kind of stream. Well, we had some pretty good stuff this week.
We've got a lot to discuss today. And I was in a space to talk last week too. No leprechaun pinching today. Absolutely not. But before we get started, I want to make a comment. I want to talk about one thing. In our next episode, coming soon, we will be discussing the book Jedi Battle Scars. I have made it through the book once. Eli is currently reading it. Mm-hmm. I want to put non-spoiler thoughts. No thus far.
Sorry, what was that?
Go. Battle Scars. What are your non-spoiler thoughts on
my non-spoiler thoughts on Battle Scars?
I will talk about it. Personally, I thought it was. I enjoyed the book. Some moments I'm not particularly fond of, but we'll talk at a later date.
I'm really.
But completely understand.
I love Battle Scars. I love everything that I've read of it.
I don't know what's going on here. This sucks. Can you hear me?
But yeah, yes, I can hear you. Your Wi-Fi is just shit.
I know. Home
It's all
telecom
right.
do better.
I
will.
Don't worry. We're on God. We're gonna get you some bandwidth, bro.
One day. One day.
I love Battle Scars. I think it's really interesting to see something get to take such a deep dive with each of the individual characters of the Mantis crew and get to see kind of what they've got just going on. What are their personal motivations? What are their motivations? What do they want for themselves? What do they want for the crew as a whole? Where have they been? I mean, do we know how long it's been in between? Because it's a 5-year time jump between Fallen Order and Survivor. But do we know where? Because they mentioned a couple times years. Like specifically, Marin mentions years since joining the Mantis crew.
My guess is it's right about 3 years into the story.
I was 3
years between Survivor or Fallen Order and Survivor. That's my thought process. I might be wrong. We're not Star Wars Explained. Please don't choke us out over that. But overall,
don't fact check us.
I really like the. Yeah, don't fact me too hard.
I feel like it's very people who have played the game are really going to appreciate the way that it's written, especially for the action stuff. Like it's
absolutely the character work in this book is great. What'd
you say, Dylan? You there, buddy?
I was gonna say next book. Did any of the characters do something that I would consider to be out of character? Like everything they did is well within their character and the way they were established. And I'm not talking just the characters of the Mantis. Like
even the
Sam Max
characters that are
nailed the characterization of Cal and but most importantly, another character I was not expecting to get some depth from was we get a little bit of depth from Fifth Brother.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy about that.
I haven't gotten all the way through the book, so I can't speak to the whole of it, but from what I have read, we get a bit more on Fifth Brother, which is nice because he's in a lot of stuff, but we really don't know anything about him. Just that he's kind of this tank of an Inquisitor. And he also has a silly looking hat, which actually multiple characters make fun of.
They do.
And I thought that was really funny. I
make fun of his hat too. So.
Like the fact that
absolutely
every single character
it is. It's a good book. It's got some very high highs. He's a brother and the fifth sibling. But yeah, I think this book has some very high highs. It's also got some lows, but we will discuss that more in a more full review. But I wanted to give a non-spoiler thoughts because I did enjoy the book. Overall,
yeah.
I really did enjoy the book. I can't wait for us to talk about it. So if anybody wants to read the book, definitely do it. Hopefully we'll talk about it in next week's episode. But we shall see.
I picked up the Barnes & Noble edition, and there's a poster in every single Barnes & Noble edition of a Star Wars book. So I have free posters of book covers now, not only for Battle Scars, but, also Princess and Scoundrel, which Gabby and I have been reading.
Nice. That's next month's read for me. Also, for those who have not noticed, I rearranged my shelving in my room. We now have Lego shelf and behind more Lego.
There you go.
Shelf is a battle.
Oh yes, your big Clone Wars battle. I like it.
Follow me. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, you should follow Under the Helmet Podcast. Like, comment, subscribe to give me better internet, please. I am begging. I am on my knees.
I hope. That would be nice.
We're in a batch first.
I think we could give like a little non-spoilers touch on both, and then delve into. I'd say we hit Bad Batch first, and then get into Mando, get into the big stuff. Because Bad Batch, I liked this episode. I liked where it's leading the batch. I know people are going to say it's filler, but people are going to say like every other episode of the Bad Batch is filler.
Okay.
So
I actually watched this episode, and at no point did I think this is filler. I think what they're doing is for anybody who's you know a cinema nerd knows about Alfred Hitchcock's bomb theory, where you get tension. The audience gets tension from the fact that you revealed that there's a bomb in the room, and if you blow the table up, you get 5 seconds of shock. But if you reveal that a bomb is placed under the table, and then you go and you do other things for like 15 minutes, you have 15 minutes of your audience's attention, because they're like, there's a bomb on the table. The bomb's going to go off. Well, the bomb going to go off in the Bad Batch is the fact that we know Delta Star is coming for them. And we know that things are getting real. So also we got to see, because we got to talk about last week's episode too, how we got a Crosshair episode. Thank goodness. And when Crosshair is on screen, it's going to be a banger. So one thing I've learned is that filler episodes don't add anything. These all add things to the plot.
Yeah.
Like, if you want, like, I'll give an example. So I used to love the show Supernatural, but Supernatural has some genuine filler episodes, like episodes that like you could cut out and nothing would change. Like the most thing you would miss is like a funny quip from Dean. Okay. And I don't knock the show for that, but their filler episodes were very formulaic. We can't fight the season's big villain right now, so we're gonna go do this little side quest. And then they do the side quest, and they were fighting, and now they're not fighting, except next week they'll be fighting again, because that's the plot. And that is filler. These 2 episodes that we got from Bad Batch are not filler. Same with Mando. It is not filler. None of what we have received could be conceived filler. All of them develop into center forward, even if we're not living for hunting episode. I not that one when it came to of that treasure. We see the relationship with V and where that brings the batch. I think that's her name, V or Vi. What's her name?
I think it's Fee.
Treasure Hunter, not Hondo. Fee.
Like,
yeah,
P-H-E-E.
but we see that like I don't know. I just know that at first I did not like her, and now I have a newfound respect for her. Because I guess the way she presents herself is very like but we learn that she's not like that at all. That she's got a heart, and she's got people that she's supporting, without going too far into spoilers. Well, here's the thing. Character building episodes are not filler. If the characters are developed in some way, shape, or form, that's not filler. Even the episode Entombed, which you could say in Bad Batch, no, it's not, because we see developments between we see Tech and get to bond. Is upset over Echo episodes or filler. Even The Mandalorian, which is a 10 episode season, is there for a reason. I will say we do like this instant gratification of like, we get something cool on. It's much the Marvel effect where you don't want the build up, you want the payoff.
Mm-hmm. But you
In
need to
order for
have the build
payoff
up
to
to have a
be
higher payoff.
what the pay, you have to sense. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk a little bit of non-spoiler Mando. Non-spoiler Mando, it's great. That's all I have to say. I want to spoil it so bad.
Non-spoiler Mando. If you were a fan of what Andor did for Star Wars, you are going to have a very good time. You are going to have a very good time. Because it's
week after
this
week, banger week.
I mean, this very much felt like a love letter to Tony Gilroy and to Andor. So, it's it was just so good. I loved this episode of Mando. I loved getting to revisit these characters, which all initially seemed fairly insignificant. I mean,
the story up in such a way.
Oh, your internet is so bad
that it's going to be.
Kaylin?
I'm here.
Okay. Sorry. You've been skipping out pretty much the entire show. Whew. All right.
Sorry, I'm just doing some shit. What bandwidth I can.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but yes, these two episodes we had this week were incredible. Are absolutely in their stride. Like we're getting 2 good episodes week, and it's kind of crazy to think about. It really is. That for 3 weeks in a row now, we have had episodes. Damn, I'm still frozen.
No, you're good. You're good. Sorry. Whew.
Okay, good. Sorry, shutting computers down on my end. But anyways, so let's go ahead.
That is actually
and
noticeably
jump
better.
right into Bad Batch.
Okay. Well,
nice. Just had to turn some computers. Anyways, let's hop into Bad Batch. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and let's talk about the Crosshair episode. Holy moly. That was fire.
Man, that episode, it was so good. And it hurt. Truly. It hurt so much. But it was so good. And I just...
It did.
Ugh. Because...
The Empire fears not clones.
Mm-hmm.
And how willing they are to just discard the clone.
Right. I mean,
they've just you guys aren't worth our time. You're not worth our anything.
They've essentially what they've done is they've sent them
truly is.
Off to Iraq to die.
They're just getting rid of. They're like, you're no longer needed. You're no longer. What's the Imperial officer's name? Officer Dickhead. He calls them obsolete equipment. And
is it Lieutenant Nolan? I think.
Lieutenant Dickhead.
Yes, Lieutenant Dickhead.
Yeah. It's gonna be one of those memes of Lieutenant Nolan. Is this Lieutenant Dickhead? His name is Lieutenant Nolan. No. Lieutenant Dickhead. Fuck that guy. Anyways,
I mean,
we're 20 minutes.
I don't see a
Also,
lie. I don't see a lie.
Also, speaking of dickheads, hey Warner Brothers, thanks for copying our last episode
I forgot that happened.
because
Yeah,
Warner
that.
Media copyright claim. Yeah, Warner Media copyright claim it for those who are unaware. So we're officially real YouTubers now. So
Mhm.
don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell Warner Media, fuck you. Because that was upsetting. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what the hell? And
Because that was a good episode
like,
for us. So it was rough to have that copyright claimed.
So thanks Warner Media for being dickheads.
Thank you, Warner Media. Very cool.
Real YouTubers, yeah.
Woo!
Thank you, Warner Media. I very big needed it. Anyways, moving on. So, Commander Mayday.
Dude, that's some nice armor. Oh, that's some nice armor. I loved Mayday's fit and just yeah, that was super cool to see. Like the wraps that he'd done around the various plates on his armor, the wraps he'd done around his helmet. And I mean, on a station like that, it's just
well, because they don't have the proper equipment. Because we know there are snow troopers. The Grand Army of the Republic had snow armor, and they sent them with none of that. They made them go with regular face too. And the fact that the clones were picked off one by one.
I think it's even worse when you find out what they had for them, what they were guarding the whole time.
Oh, I know. Full spoilers. They were guarding Stormtrooper armor, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
The TK armor.
Well, I was gonna say it's TK Trooper armor, which is that like that in between. That's not quite. It's Stormtrooper armor, but it isn't. You know, it's getting there, and I don't know. The TK Troopers are really cool.
They are. They don't get nearly enough screen time.
No.
But I think the biggest episode is can't be a part of this many because they're just gonna oppresses me. And for these people, they're still gonna just see me as obsolete equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And just gonna kill until I'm dead. And realization, and it was really great to see after Mayday's death, and Lieutenant Dickhead just calls him a waste of resources. When it's like, okay, so Crosshair snapped and just shot him.
I mean, I think that was.
I remember when that happened, and I thought he was gonna go away. And I was like, oh my god, Crosshair, no, please.
Sorry, what? Your entire audio was gone.
I said for a second. I thought for sure. And just let him go, and then finally Crosshair was like, Lieutenant, and he turns around and he shot him. I cheered so loud.
I was so happy.
And you know what? He was. It made me so happy. I was cheering so loud when it happened. And now we know that Crosshair is on Mount Tantus, so I wonder what they're going to do with him. There's a lot of theories going around that he did the original Dark Trooper program.
Whoa.
What are your thoughts?
I hadn't heard the
Like a
original
Phase 1
Dark
Dark
Trooper.
Trooper?
That could definitely be something. I mean, I'm interested to
It'd be
see.
interesting to see.
I think there's a
Because
very
they were
real.
suits of armor at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean,
They were suits. We're talking about how the Phase 3, like the last thing that they saw was the human inside.
mm-hmm. Right, because originally they were this
So I'm very
very
excited.
bulky suit, as opposed to the droids that we saw eventually by Mando season 3, which are terrifying. Early phase Dark Troopers are fun just because we haven't seen a ton of them, and it leaves options.
There's so much more we're gonna see. I just know it.
I'm so
Bad Batch
excited.
just
I'm
had
so
to get there.
excited.
It had to have time. It
We
had to
just
have
had
time
to
to
let it
cook,
cook.
honestly.
Just had
For
to
real.
let it cook.
And people, we've been saying this week to week, like, just because like the episode's not great standalone, I think it's one of those things that I think we could have a really good conversation about whether or not releasing episodes, is it better to release the episodes week to week, or is it better to jump them all at once? Because
That's a good point.
honestly, I think a lot of disappointment for people comes from the fact that you've had to wait a whole week, and now you're like, I waited a whole week and I was let down.
Yeah.
And I think that could be something worth looking into, and just kind of seeing the current occasion double drops. Nice. I've been watching Outer Banks with my girl on Netflix, the newest season of that, and it drops. So it's one of those things that if you're watching it and you're like, oh, I can watch another episode, and you watch like, oh, that didn't really hit the spot, you could watch a new one. Like, oh, that episode let me down. Now I have to wait another week to be let down again.
Right.
So I think it's really it's a lot more it's a lot similar to the old ways that they used to do when Clone Wars dropped on TV, how Clone Wars would be every week. And I mean, the reason why Disney does it is not the best. It's to make more money. You ever notice that? It's to make more money.
Right.
So you have to pay for multiple
they can
months
keep
of
that.
Disney Plus.
Right.
Exactly.
And it's also to keep
Absolutely.
that
But I
hype
think
for the
it's one of those
series
things that
going.
week
Because
to
I mean,
week,
if it was all
absolutely word
just
of mouth.
yeah, if it was
But
all
I
just
think you have
over,
shows like but also you got to think you have shows like Wednesday that dropped all at once, and they were phenomenal. It was a phenomenon for like weeks.
it's true.
Maybe not as long as like week to week, but so I can kind of see where you're also I see both sides. So but it is, again, it's that sort of like that in a bottle where like who knows. Star Wars has a built-in audience that are gonna watch no matter what. Like we're definitely so, but it is also interesting to kind of think about. Just a thought, just a little sidebar. But then it died.
This is true.
And
Wednesday,
I do like that it gives me something to look forward to every week.
I would say currently, and I'm a little biased. Currently, I do look forward to Mando more, but I feel like Mando has given me it's exploring an area that I'm really interested in. That area in between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope, we've seen a lot of. I'm not saying that I'm not interested in the Bad Batch story. I absolutely am. But Mando's giving us something that to me feels more unexplored. And as somebody who's very interested in that, 35-year time gap, that's really cool for me. Plus, I mean, it's Mandalorians. It's hard not to like that.
To enjoy Mando as well. Bad Batch is great for its own reasons, but Mando is great for its own.
Yeah.
We're getting them both. You know. But I want to pull up Gabby's comment, kind of hop back on that last is having. She said, people like to binge things, especially when they have limited free time. They can control how much they enjoy before stopping. So it reminds me of the way my dad sort of watches things. Like I was on the phone telling him about, there's a new episode of Mando, this and that. And he's like, yeah, it comes out every Wednesday. And he's like, I'll watch it when I want to. Because he's not terminally online like I am. So he doesn't really care about spoilers. If like someone comes up to him like, have you seen the new Mandalorian? He'll just say no. And that'll be it. But he says, I watch it when I want to watch it. I don't watch it when he says, told to watch it. Like, if you don't watch it first thing Wednesday, you're going to get spoiled. I personally enjoy that experience. I like waking up to go sit up and watch Mando in the morning. I enjoy that. It makes my day and it starts my day off right. Like I did the same thing when I was watching Kenobi and all the other shows. I enjoy the week to week format. But I would wonder how different people's criticisms are watching the shows all at once versus watching it week to week, how it is. I think it'd be interesting to kind of look at and compare. Hey, we are back. We are, in fact, back. It is true.
Wolfchild!
I think when this user dropped in. Absolutely. I think it is easier to avoid spoilers that way because, like, for
people
me,
have to make it through the
like,
entire
Aaron's
thing.
gotten a few spoilers. Yeah, Aaron's gotten a few spoilers for Outer Banks. I personally have not because I'm not on that side of TikTok, but because my TikTok is almost exclusively Star Wars. It's wonderful. It's great. I wouldn't change a damn thing. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop back into Pabu, which honestly is one of my favorite episodes of the Bad Batch.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I loved the domesticness. I honestly was a little wondering if the earthquake episode was not an earthquake, the Omega and leave.
Sorry, what was that?
So when I first saw that, I was like, oh no. I thought that when the earthquake first happened in this episode, that it was not an actual earthquake, that it was the squad pulling up to snatch Omega.
Oh.
So
I hadn't even thought
I
of that.
like that it wasn't. That was because I was like, oh no, this is peaceful. Shit's about to hit the fan.
Right.
Especially if it's like Sid and Sid snitched on them to the Empire. Because we get that message from Sid at the beginning where she's like cutting them. But it's like so much for you. If you want to, if you can't hold that over their head for forever, especially when they called you and you didn't send any help. Like, you're lucky they don't just roll up and kill you. Like, honestly, like I know the Bad Batch aren't really those type of people, but like you're threatening military ex-commandos. Like, maybe not your best play. Like, you know, there's a line in Kenobi, the book Kenobi, that makes me kind of think of is one of it's and one of the characters who's kind of she discovers Obi-Wan's a Jedi and is like he's because Obi-Wan's got his lightsaber out and he's like, "You're gonna kill me, aren't you?" And Obi-Wan's like, "No, I don't silence them, but you do." And like, you know, kind of showing that distinction between like, hey, this is what good is supposed to do versus bad. You know. But I thought it was really interesting. Like, the Bad Batch aren't Jedi. They can roll up on you and just poop. You're done. You're done. And honestly, I wouldn't be upset if they just kissed it. Because I don't really like Sid.
I mean,
she had it coming. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know that we're supposed to like Sid. I think, you know, last season was like, okay,
I know.
Sid's, you know, kind of helping, kind of. They provide jobs, but now we kind of see that.
Damn,
I like the Bad Batch because they know how to set boundaries. And when someone has abused them, they just leave. And that's good. We like to see this kind of positive behavior.
Absolutely. No, but I'm thoroughly enjoying Bad Batch. Next episode, because there's only what 3 episodes left now.
I think so.
So there's only 3 episodes left, and the season finale is a 2-parter. So next week is gonna happen. Oh, midnight. Bad Batch are staying on. The episode ends. Bad Batch are staying on Pabu.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm really sad because I know that's gonna get disrupted.
It's gonna get got. Delta Squad's gonna pull, and they're gonna get got.
Yeah,
I'm not looking forward to it. So again, ever so closer. Tech, they're setting you up with a lot of character development there, buddy.
Ooh. I don't like that.
Yeah, I like that. Tech getting real developed as a character there. Pre-funeral for Tech.
Tipping Point, The Summit, and Plan 99 are the titles for the last 3 episodes. So I think we can assume The Summit.
Oh no, Tipping Point. Yeah. She's getting snatched next episode. Omega is getting whooped next episode. That sounded awful.
Yeah,
I mean, she's getting Summit, like swooped, picked up.
Yeah.
The Summit.
Yeah.
I think the Summit's going to be a builder episode where they're building towards Plan 99, which is breaking into Mount Tantus and getting back Omega, and then being like, "Hey, Crosshair, you're here," and he's okay, guys, and then he joins them. I think. All right. Final thought on Bad Batch: is Crosshair coming back to the team? I think he is.
I think he is. And I think for the people who did want Crosshair to remain a villain, I think that the episode that we just had with him might have shown how good he could be now that he's not finally drowning himself in his depression pit. You know?
In his
now that he
space batch. I'll ask this question though. Has he earned redemption? Comment below what you think.
That's a hard question.
I would argue Crosshair has to redeem himself. So, Star Wars, which I love very much, but Star Wars is very much a fan of the easy way out redemption arc. Vader, Kylo Ren. It's the same thing. Years of bad, doing all sorts of bad things, and then you do that one good little act, and you get back in. I don't like that. I think shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender prove that you can get a really good redemption arc out of a character. I would let Crosshair get a redemption arc more than anything. Because, like, even in the Clone Wars arc with the Bad Batch, like, he's kind of a dick.
Oh, he is. He's definitely a dick.
Like when D. Bradley Baker does his voice, you know how he, like, has a word in his mind? The way he describes Crosshair is being snake-like. That's his.
I was gonna say, isn't it? It's a coiled snake.
Crosshair.
Yeah.
Yeah, a coiled snake. Is very deadly. But so I'm interested in seeing if he comes back because he checked the batch before. You know. I wonder if he's got the same mentality coming back. I wonder if the Empire filled him with lies at Mount Tantus, saying like, "Oh, what you're doing is for the good of the Empire." Like you're, you want to stay a soldier. Well, can't really be a soldier in these circumstances. Your body is deteriorating. You have accelerated aging, so we're going to reverse that accelerated aging, and this is how they do it. But I don't know. I'm interested. I wonder if he has gained redemption just yet, because he fought with the Batch in the last season's finale.
Yeah.
And he's Omega last season.
Yep.
I wonder if he'll come back.
I think it'll be interesting to see.
Last season, he sort of felt like, I think last season he sort of abandoned him. So that's why he didn't come back. But this time, they didn't abandon him. On Camino, they didn't abandon him last season. If he wanted to come back, he said no. Turned his down. So I know he's probably regretting that decision.
I was actually going to ask you, do you think he regrets that decision?
I think absolutely. Especially if the more, like, you see Cody leaving. I think after being Lieutenant Dickhead, he's for sure like, I messed up. I made a mistake. I've gone too far. I want to see a redemption arc from Crosshair.
Yeah.
So
I'm down
more
for that.
than anything. I hope we get it. I really do. But anyways, that's enough Bad Batch for now. Both episodes were great. So I'm hyped for that. Let's talk Mandalorian now. Because does not fuck around.
This season
they said,
has been...
Din's like...
Oh, this season's been so
So
bad.
Mandalorian, the first episode, Din goes in the first episode, he's like, I need a core for my processor for IG-11. And Babu Frick is like, no. He needs a new processor, basically. So Din goes to get it. Pelly's like, I don't have one of those. And he's like, well, damn, you're the only space redneck I know. So
right.
Let's just steal R4.
We say steal R4.
The Jedi
he had to be actively convinced into taking R4. R4 had to be actively convinced into going with him. Neither of them wanted each other. Neither of those two were
Also,
down for the space
can I
road
just say
trip.
this?
Hmm.
Also, can I say this? Pelimoto, certified city girl.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with this.
Certified city girl. She played that one. What was he, a Rhodian?
Yes. Yes.
She played that man like a fiddle. It's Boota Eve. That was great. That was a great intro to Pelly. Because, like, honestly, she's always been shown as kind of chill. I like that she's a little shady. They just practice it. She gets her Jawa boyfriend to rip the catalytic converters out of people's cars and sells back to them. Shout out.
One thing
Pelly.
I've noticed
Certified
with Pelly
citizen.
being here, we see Pelly again,
hurt.
and yeah, what happened to the guy from Book of Boba Fett? Like those two, you know, there were things set up there in the finale.
She played with his head tails and said, "Yeah, you're different for real, but I'm not over my ex yet."
Oh, that's rough.
Because we're 46 minutes now. Willing to listening at any point, say some dirty things. Getting ready. Count 3, 2, 1. Cover your Pelly, and he could not hang. She was grabbing them head tails while going to town, and she was like, "You know what? I'm not ready for this level of commitment." The long silent pause is never good.
Oh, you're back.
Back? Oh, did you miss it? Did you miss what I said?
Dude, we got like every other word of that. Your internet was censoring you.
Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of been doing that the entire stream.
Damn,
and
my internet.
It's been really. It's been tough. We get like every other word of everything that you say.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't know on my internet today. I'm gonna call them.
This is why we don't
probably have to talk to them on Monday because that ain't right at this point.
This is why we don't stream on Fridays.
It's been an active issue for too long.
Well, yeah.
Too many people are home. Yeah.
Too many people are home.
But like still. Anyways, we'll figure that out later. But what I was saying was Pelly, she topped the major domo and was yanking on his head tails, and she was like, "You know what? I miss my ex." And went back to him.
The Jawa X?
Yes. You see, he may be good, but he doesn't yell Utini when he finishes. So
Oh,
never hear that phrase the same again.
What's worse? There's an entire song. There's an entire song in Jawa, and it's called Utini.
Yep. Anywho's, let's talk about. So Din doesn't fuck around. He goes straight to the mines of Mandalore.
Yeah.
And I go IG-11. Joe. As a Jawa girlfriend, Jawas are known as steel hearts. You just realized Eli's favorite song? Probably. Sorry about that. Sorry I ruined your favorite song. But yeah.
That's okay. I got my vengeance in the Discord.
But oh god. I don't want to look. I'll look later. No live reaction tonight. No live Dylan reaction. Also,
No live Dylan reaction to
speaking
the
of
meme
live
page.
slug reaction, there was a clip from Fallen Order that I saw recently that somebody zoomed in on, and it looks to be that there might be a member of Claude species in Jedi Survivor.
Really?
Let me see if I can find the TikTok real quick. I just watched it like right before stream. Hold on. Gotta find it. Anyways, while I look for the live slug reaction to Jedi Survivor, what are our thoughts on didn't just go straight to the mines of Mandalore. He doesn't fuck around. But he gets jumped.
Yeah,
And
it does not work out very well.
He gets
for
jumped
him.
by the most expensively overpriced Lego set ever because it's an official reveal. I can talk about it. Lego revealed a set from this episode, and don't get me wrong, it's a cool set, but it's overpriced for what you get.
I was gonna say it is $45.
It's $50. It's $49.
It's $50. That's $50.
Lego.com has it listed for $49.99. I looked. Also, the thing that's interesting is I've been no secret that the new fighter that they released is overpriced as well. But price and price per piece is what a lot of people go by. I go by this. Overall value. Are you satisfied when you purchase that Lego set? Are you going to look at that and say, this was a lot for $35? So, mind you, the Snub Fighter set has two minifigures. Is going for $35. There's two minifigures going for $35. And it's a small ship. 285 pieces. There's another set priced for $29. 3 minifigures, 283 pieces. Those are an expensive ass 2 extra pieces. You know what that set is? Obi-Wan starter.
What?
And I'm willing to bet this set, has 2 less pieces than the Snub Fighter and has 1 extra minifigure. So, Lego. I knew that one was a little fishy. I did some digging, and that's what I found. But yes, so this set right here, I paid, $29 for this set. I think that's a worthwhile price for this set, personally. I think if you put the Snub Fighter at the same price as this ship, because remember, 3 extra pieces that are not in this set right here. Only 3 pieces. That much of a price increase? You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah,
and
that's
same thing with the other. Same thing with the Spider droid that they're releasing. It looks like a really cool set. The new Bo-Katan fig looks great. They've got a new helmet for Mando. They've got a new mold for the Darksaber.
I'm excited for the Darksaber mold. $50 is a lot.
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to buy it. I want to buy it on discount though. $50. And somebody's like, oh well, price per piece isn't too bad. But still, like overall value. When you I bought the 212 ATTE the other day. Hey, look, I'm soy pointy meme. Screen clip it. But anyways, the ATTE, great set, perfectly worth the price.
I'd agree with that.
My question is this. Do you feel the value of the set? Like when you buy it, do you look at it and go, this is a good value for the set? Like the old Razor Crest set. not the UCS, but the play scale one.
I got it.
Great
It's
value
good.
for the set.
Mm-hmm.
It's priced. Lego can price their sets well, but Lego, do better. Just do better.
You know what else is a great value for a set? Let me
What?
just grab it here. Let me just grab it. This beautiful little baby right here. This is a great value for a set.
Yes.
Because not only
Beautiful set.
did it come with this, but it also came with my boys. Now, granted, this is their original appearance. I don't have the ones from the Firehouse because the Firehouse is also like $600 at this point. Oh yes, the little mini trap. Oh no, she means the other mini trap. Here. So let me show off my babies. Because I do have them. They are here. So we have first
Lego time, Lego break. It's been a long.
Oh no, these aren't Legos.
It's gonna be a long stream. We need.
So this is my little trap. I got him at Barnes and Noble. His name is Trappy.
It's a mini trap.
Right. So look at the little baby. Now look at the big baby. The big baby smokes. I love the
smoking is not good for you. Oh my god. Damn.
Huh. Yeah. But the little baby gets to live inside the big baby. Actually, I could probably fit like 4 of the little baby inside the big baby.
On trap. You get a trap and a trap.
Mm-hmm.
You get a trap and a trap.
Also, I had a horrifically cursed Ghostbuster idea. I don't know why anybody has never tried to slam dunk a ghost into a trap by just slamming it down onto their head like this while it's open.
All right, here we go. Here's the TikTok I was talking about.
Oh, yeah. Slug.
Claude's gonna be in Survivor.
Claude is going to be in Jedi Survivor.
Reaction.
Confirmed slug for Jedi Survivor.
Live slug wheel. Let's go. I already knew the game was gonna be P. Now it's gonna because you don't look into the trap. Says you. Anyways, let's get back to Mando. So
Mando's good.
And Grogu, the absolute MVP, goes and flies to Bo-Katan and is like, I need help. And I love how Bo-Katan at first was like, let's get rid of this guy once and for all.
Mm-hmm.
She was gonna kill him.
She was straight up ready to finish that problem. And
she was like, listen, I said, when I say goodbye, Din Djarin, I mean it. You're going to die. Mommy Bo, help. But no, that was really cool. That was a really great episode. That was really great to see. Also, anybody who called that creature General Grievous, fuck off. That's not General Grievous.
It wasn't General Grievous,
Bo-Katan,
but it was definitely giving some Grievous vibes.
Yeah, it gave Grievous vibes, but it's not Grievous. Like, not even close.
Oh no, it's not Grievous.
Like 20 years. Grievous has been dead for over 20 years at this point.
Yeah.
25, actually. 25 years.
Oh shit, yeah.
Boy is dead. He is a corpse. Corpse still probably on that landing on Utapau.
I was gonna say, he's probably. You think they just tossed him in the pit? They might have just kicked him in.
I think they left him there.
You think they left him on that landing pad?
No, that bro looks heavy. I think Grievous is heavy. They got a forklift. Safe. I just did some training today for my job on a safe lifting. So yeah, you have to safely like for Grievous, he's a hunk of charred metal. Just imagine some clone that's forklift certified coming in, lifting Grievous's corpse, and then just littering him off the side of the platform. Boop, 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 boop. Drop. Somebody please end.
Hey, what do we do with this dead general? We
Somebody
can't do
please.
anything. Wait, why not? None of us are forklift certified. Let me get this straight. You're a captain. You're a specialist. You're a heavy. You are a literal demolitionist. None of you guys are certified. Nah. Which one of you is certified?
No, sir.
He is.
Space Ocean.
And there's like one guy who comes in and just has like a little forklift that's been painted onto his armor.
Clone Kevin.
Clone
Kevin
the forklift
in
guy.
fact, forklift. Clone Kevin, forklift certified, confirmed. Anyways, so yeah, I also love how Bo-Katan uses the dark side effortlessly.
Mm-hmm. Well, because what is it that they say about the dark saber? They say that you have to be like your mind and body have to be figured out, and Din does not have it figured out.
Here.
He's struggling so much. Ooh.
Speaking of struggling, I love that the galaxy's greatest himbo just goes, yeah, I'm just gonna take a bath.
Yeah, give me a second. I just need to wash up real quick.
Yeah, for a minute, I forgot this was Disney Plus, and the inner Pedro Pascal girly was screaming, and I was like, "Is he up for his helmet off?"
I was wondering. I was
like, "Are we about to see his butt?"
I was eagerly watching.
Me too. Everybody was. He started stripping, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, hold on.
I took off all of the various glasses that I was wearing in that moment. I took off these. I took off these. I took off these. I even took off my skepticals.
I was putting them on. I was like, "How?" I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! What do we have here?" I didn't realize. I thought I was watching The Mandalorian.
We were watching. We were about to watch the man-ass DeLorean.
Bro steps into the living waters wearing like. So apparently, like Mandalorian armor was like 180 pounds.
Yeah.
So that makes me. How much does Din Djarin weigh?
I don't know.
Because man said, "Whoop,
whoop, down we go."
Drop. Okay. At first, I thought he got pulled in.
Yep.
Of course, there's a fucking dialogue here. No, not like that. I mean, like, because you gotta think 108 is a lot of armor carry. That man is jacked. Are you kidding? I have a hard time walking around in my boat. That doesn't have like half the armor that Din has. That man is immobile as fuck.
Yeah.
You know he's jacked. He's gotta be. It's not what I mean. But anyway, so yeah, when he fell in, I was like, oh god, he got pulled in by Dianoga. That's crazy. And then Bo-Katan, the absolute queen, died right in after him. Also, swimmer, her dive technique was beautiful. Absolutely flawless execution, Bo. Proud of you, hun. And she goes to the bottom, and she hugs his ass up. And as they're coming up, she looks over, and she makes eye contact with something under the water, underneath the living waters, as she's coming up. And in the back of my mind, I heard a voice from centuries back in galactic history. There's always a bigger fish. And I thought, bigger fish!
That is a much bigger
and then
fish.
I realized what I was looking at. It's a fucking mythosaur. It took me a second to recognize it.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's a
you didn't recognize the mythosaur?
Not at first. It took me like
its
a second.
Fucking head is on your shoulder. Right.
What do you mean?
Right on your shoulder.
It took a second. I'm not.
Head is on your shoulder.
I'm not the only one. Okay.
To be fair, we've only ever seen it, but it has a very specific head shape. I've only ever
seen their skull. Anyway, I am not the only one. Not to throw somebody on the bus, but Jackson from 1313 also did not recognize it.
Oh.
But he didn't recognize it at all. I realized what it was after like a minute. I just saw the head, and I was like, my first thought wasn't, oh, a mythosaur. My first thought is, there's always a bigger fish. And I'm like, that's a really big fish. I'm like, oh, that's a mythosaur.
See, this is what makes you the Jedi and me the Mando of our pairing. Because you immediately thought Qui-Gon, and I immediately thought, oh my god, that's the symbol of my people.
I've got Master and Apprentice brain rot, okay? That I started rereading that book. It's so good.
Yes. Yes, you do.
It's always a bigger fish. I also thought of another line from Phantom Menace where of it, but it's a Jar Jar quote. It was the sinking and no power. When's the use of thinking we son trouble? I love Phantom Menace. It's such a great movie.
I thoroughly enjoy Phantom Menace. I did not have near the amount of appreciation that I did for it before I met Charlie. Charlie helped me to truly appreciate Phantom Menace for the wonderful movie that it is. But I mean,
it is. So I absolutely love their story about the Phantom Menace and how that was the only Star Wars movie they watched for years.
Mm-hmm.
So they blow, especially with Qui-Gon at the end, like, you must train the boy. Yes, master. And there was no it blows my mind that I was like, oh wow, there's no payoff to that. That's crazy. Little did they know. Oh, how little they knew. Anyways, let's go back into Mando, because this next episode kicks off, and Bo-Katan is still shook.
She's like,
also,
do you see anything down there?
He's like, no, I can't swim. I passed out. Wait, can Mando swim? Have we ever seen him swim before?
Have we seen him swim?
I don't think Din can swim, because the only other time we've seen him is he's almost drowned twice. around him with water. Ironically, Bo-Katan saved him both times.
Yeah. Huh.
Din Djarin needs swimming lessons. I'm just saying, bro. I've taught him for years. Din Djarin, hit me up. I will teach you how to swim, brother.
I don't think it's a
Free of
matter of
charge.
not knowing how to swim. I think it's a matter of he's wearing 180 pounds of fucking armor.
You know, part of me in my arrogance is like, oh yeah, I can swim with 180 pounds of armor on. But can I? I was high school swim team coach. I
Dylan,
can swim.
I wanna put this into perspective.
Swimming with
That's
clothes on.
no. Swimming with 180 pounds of extra on you is swimming with me in my full Ghostbusters kit on your back.
So, yeah.
I don't weigh 180 pounds. Not on my own. I would have to put on my full kit and all of my gear to get close.
I mean, you can line my back in the pool anytime.
Dylan, you're just going to feed the fan fiction. Gavity's already been threatening to write it.
It is good for the plot, damn it.
Oh, no.
I'm growing out my mustache. I'm growing out the stash right here.
Oh, boy.
I got that middle school. Got that middle school boy going on right now.
I feel like Gabby and Aaron are going to collaborate on this, and it's going to be terrifying for both of us.
You know, we'll read it on stream. Anyways,
Don't promise them this. Don't. Why are you doing?
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Guilty. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's talk about this next episode, which kind of takes a detour because we see Bo-Katan's house get bombed.
Yeah.
Bo-Katan in this moment. Literal Bo-Katan's mind.
Help.
150 subscriber special. Reading Under the Helmet fan fiction, 150 sub special. Make it happen. Make it happen. Anyways, yeah, so Bo-Katan's house gets carpet bombed by the Imperial Remnant. And
yeah.
So who do we think did that?
I have my theories. I have a couple of them.
Who's your theory? The biggest ones I've heard are Moff Gideon and Thrawn.
That is it.
Nice.
That's
so
it. I think that Moff Gideon is working for Thrawn.
Ooh.
I think that Thrawn has been the big bad the entire time. And Thrawn has been working because he sees that if the Mandalorians were to unite, that they could easily threaten his power. Because what was part of the crew who eliminated him the last time? Sabine, Mandalorian. He's seen their prowess in battle. He's seen that they're some of the most capable warriors in the galaxy. Gideon knows Mandalorians. Gideon knows Mandalore. Gideon's the reason that Mandalore is shit. And, cursed. So, who does he designate? Because he's busy. He's got things to do. He's stuck in wild space, being pestered by Space Aladdin every 5 minutes. After they went on a non-consensual road trip through hyperspace, through the power of whales. That's not a sentence I think anybody ever thought I'd say on stream, but this is a weird podcast.
I would say unexpected road trip.
I do not think Thrawn was consenting to that road trip. I do not think he wanted to go on it.
It was prophesized by the Bendu. It was gonna happen. Cold embrace, thousands of arms around you. Prophecy fulfilled. The one in the
It
middle.
was a prophecy.
Also, Tongs Day, am I right?
Tongs. I'm sorry, I have to put Callahan's.
The power of space whales compel you. The power of space whales compel you. Wait. Hold on. I got this. Because
Oh God.
you can't do the cross. This is where the Jedi comes in. Ready? The power of space whales compels you. The power of space whales compels you.
Not the Kanan pose, no!
The power of space whales compels you. Ezra did it too.
I know, and it hurt then too.
The power of space whales. Depa Billaba did it as well.
That's 3 generations of that goddamn. That's 3 generations of that pose ruining us.
Also, friendly reminder, fun fact: Depa Billaba's Jedi teacher was Mace Windu.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was her Jedi master, Mace Windu.
Huh.
She was also on the council at one point.
Oh, wasn't it in episode 1? You see her on the council?
I believe she was on the council in episode 1.
Huh. Wait a second.
Depa Billaba was older.
So you're telling me Mace Windu, one of the coldest motherfuckers in the order, 2 generations of training down, gets to Kanan Jarrus' snarky ass, who then trains Ezra Bridger, potentially the snarkiest motherfucker the galaxy have ever seen. I love this progression where every generation gets a little bit more reckless and a little bit more sarcastic.
So, so that's Mace Windu's lineage, and then you got to think. Then there's Yoda's lineage, who is lit at this point. Dooku.
Yep.
Qui-Gon, 2 Mavericks.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, who. Slight spoilers for Master and Apprentice, but book that Obi-Wan was a very rebellious Padawan. So the reason the Masters put him with Qui-Gon is because the only way he could rebel against Qui-Gon's authority is to follow the rules. Yes. It's genuinely one of the funniest points in the book. When this is discovered, they both laugh about it. What?
I won't do what you tell me. We're not doing what the council tells.
But Master, don't defy the council again.
Wait a minute.
And then to even better, who is his Padawan but Anakin, fly by the seat of my pants Skywalker?
Who then goes on to train Ahsoka.
Who
and
also, let's not forget,
branching off,
because
sort
Obi-Wan
of
has
thing.
another Padawan. Obi-Wan has another Padawan. Luke
Right.
Chanel Skywalker.
Luke, galaxy's favorite space twink Skywalker.
Mos Espa, the bottom of Mos Espa.
Why did you have to say that? Why do you say these things?
The pussy of Bespin.
Final thoughts on Mando?
We haven't even talked about the nice little detour we got. We got to see more from Dr. Pershing.
That was nice. I like Dr. Pershing. I liked the tone of this episode and how it exposes
It was great that Star Wars said, well, Mando took an episode of Boba Fett's show, so we're going to give him an episode of Andor.
Yeah.
Also, did you notice that in the festival scene, like in the little carnival they're at, the March of Resistance is playing in the background.
Yes, I noticed that. It was a slightly changed March of the Resistance, and I
It's the
loved
same
it.
way that like the Empire did in Solo.
And
Which-
Rebels for Empire Day.
Yep. That was really cool. I love when they find ways to incorporate the music into the taint of Tatooine. Tashi Station's power converter.
I love the show. I love my co-host. I love the
Tashi
show. I
Station's
love my
power
co-host.
converter. Ah, Luke is the
Oh.
bottom. It's okay. We all knew this going in. I'm here against my will. Why would you say that? You're not here against your will. Psychic Red. He puts the ass in Octo. The grandpa gay of.
What's
The
going
grandpa
on?
gay.
I don't know anymore. Sidekick Red.
Callahan and I are tormenting Eli with giving Luke Skywalker all of these different nicknames. Also, you want to hear another fun bit about Luke Skywalker from the comics? So the reason he has his black outfit in Return of the Jedi is he had to go on a mission undercover, and he was wearing an Imperial officer's uniform, and someone told him, "Hey, Luke, black really suits you." After the mission ended, he just switched. He just took all the Imperial rank stuff off and kept the Chanel boots. So Luke's Chanel boots are stolen.
Wait a second. You're telling me this man was told once that he looks good in black and changed his entire wardrobe?
Yep.
Well, I can't blame him. I got told I look good in button-ups once, and now that's a lot of what I own.
Same. My girlfriend told me that she likes it when I wear black clothing, so now I do the same. So he's just like me for real. I'm just like
a
Luke
simple
Skywalker.
black t-shirt is really good. It's nice. It's form-fitting. It's good stuff. And Sidekick Red, you do look good in button-ups, and you do look good in black. I can confirm this.
Yes, you do. The Rump of Resistance. No, that's Poe Dameron. Poe Dameron.
There you go. There you go.
Anyways, let's get back to Mando. So that was a great episode. We get to see how, what's her name? Elia Kane?
Yes, Elia Kane. Elia Kane is a very interesting character.
I want more of her. I thought she was great.
I think we're going to get more of her. So I've heard some people having a gripe about this episode with her acting.
I've heard it too. I just disagree.
I think there's a definite reason behind it. Because the entire time she's got this, they're like, oh, she's always smiling. And I'm like, that's the point.
Oh, yeah, she was in Quantumania.
Yeah.
She's a double agent.
Yeah. She's 100% still working for Gideon. Like, her entire point was just to clean up evidence.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
A mind wipe person.
Mm-hmm. That was her whole goal. It's the entire reason she was in the amnesty program. She's still directly working for Gideon, likely actively answering to him. We've seen that she can slip past security. And she's gotten so deep within the New Republic, which, might I add, the New Republic has a mind wipe machine, and it does go high enough to mind wipe somebody. Why would you include the dial going that high if it's meant to be used for rehabilitation purposes?
Well, that's because they're taking old Imperial technology and they're repurposing it.
I think it's because, like we saw the one person say outside of the opera, Rebels, Empire, New Republic, it's so hard to tell the difference.
It is. Because, and that ultimately is part of the reason why the New Republic failed.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't. They also, yeah, we got to see the opera theater from Revenge of the Sith.
We did. That was so cool.
I was playing that. Also, the fact that we got to see that Coruscant does in fact have a mountain.
Oh yeah, it has one. Well, it's the highest natural point in the city. It's the only thing that touches the sky of the natural part of Coruscant. Everything else is covered.
Which is crazy to me, because if you think about it, that means that on the lower levels of Coruscant, there is a mountain.
Yes, it also means that on the lower levels of Coruscant, there isn't a sun or a sky.
Mm-hmm.
You never see it.
Nope.
Also, I need to use the bathroom. I will be back momentarily.
All right. So, yeah, it's crazy to think about. And it was really awesome to see this lady, or like Kane and Pershing, and I really liked how she slowly corrupted him this whole time, and like how he was like following the rehabilitation program, but like wanted to do more but couldn't really do more, and she just slowly like manipulated him into breaking so she could mind wipe him. I thought that was really cool and really exciting, and honestly, I want more episodes like this going forward. This episode was really good. And we see more and more with each episode how Mando is bridging that gap between the sequels and the prequels and the originals and all that. We get to see that. So I personally really enjoyed that. I love that Coruscant's still around. It still exists. I was surprised this didn't take place on Hosnian Prime, but that makes sense because it's not. Also Space Lambo for the N1. I don't see the N1 as a space Lambo. I see it as more as like a modded Mustang, if that makes sense. Din pulls a Top Gun. The dogfight in this episode was incredible. That was really enjoyable. It was really great to see the story between Din and Bo, but I enjoy that we got to go away from that story for a bit and we got to check in on some of these side characters, because this is going to have a bigger payoff in the future. I don't know what that payoff's going to be yet, but there will be a payoff. It's going to be good. There's going to be a big payoff that this episode has set up. Mm-hmm. And speaking of payoff, let's go ahead and jump to the end of this episode, because the dogfight at the beginning was awesome, but Mando and Bo-Katan flee. Mm-hmm. And where do they go? They go to the armor. Which Din is like, I've bathed in the living waters now. I'm a Mandalorian again. And Bo-Katan did too.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong on this. I think she lied to the armor.
About not removing her helmet since?
Yeah.
I don't think she had.
I think she did because of the Pog soup.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, Pog soup was. That was when
that was before they went in. That was before they went in. Yeah.
Damn. So she really didn't.
She hasn't removed her helmet since.
Damn.
So she's.
Well, damn, that theory got shot down quickly. Got shot down quicker than a TIE interceptor, which was awesome to see on screen again. And the TIE bombers. Very cool. Mm-hmm. Also, they carpet bombed the fuck out of Bo-Katan's castle.
They really said, we are not letting anything stick around.
They said, oh, you want to go to Mandalore? Cool. So I wonder if that was like planned ahead of time, or is it because she went to Mandalore?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Huh.
I wonder. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk. Now Bo-Katan, she's been redeemed, in quotes, by the Children of the Watch. She's a part of the Children of the Watch again. Do you think she's going to stick with them, or do you think she's going to bounce? Because she said very clearly that they're a cult in 2.
But
I
I feel like
I
she's been, I don't know, I feel like over these past couple episodes, we've seen her like kind of opening her eyes to what this means to Din, what this means to these people, these Mandos who are otherwise without hope.
I'm interested to see where it goes. I truly am. I think we have a lot of potential for something really good to come out of this show, and I'm very excited for that. Dylan's triumphant return. Half the time he's struggling with Wi-Fi. If it's not a space-gator, it's the Wi-Fi, which arguably the Wi-Fi is scarier. Anyways, let's go ahead, and I think we have significantly chewed through these 4 episodes. We are now fully caught up. Next week, I'm genuinely excited to say I have no idea what next week holds for the Mandalorian, and that's great.
Yeah, that's.
I have no theories because I thought for sure like these next 2 episodes, like Din was gonna go straight to Mandalore. So the fact that he did and is now redeemed, that was really quick. We have no idea what's coming next. We're gonna get some wild shit.
Yeah. I'm
Also,
pretty
friendly
excited.
reminder, Boba Fett name drop. Boba Fett name drop. He got name dropped.
I forgot about that.
Where is he? I miss him. Come back. Tamara, please. I miss you. Tamara Morrison, please. I miss you. Come back. I want to see Slave One again.
Yeah.
I'm a stan. I want to see Slave One fly around, and I want to see him drop a seismic charge on something.
That'd be nice. I'd be down for that.
Listen, I don't even care if it's fan service. I just genuinely enjoy it. Like it's fun to me.
I'm a big fan.
I also loved it when he dropped the seismic charge in the Sarlacc's mouth, but that's neither here nor there. That was just fun. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's hop into news and rumors because I know we got a lot of news and rumors.
There's just a few, you know.
Covered my Lego news, so I'm kind of fine there. I don't really have anything else to report. Lego Indiana Jones is coming. We didn't talk about that last 2 weeks ago. So yeah, we're getting Lego Indiana Jones sets, and they look really cool.
All right.
Personally, not a big indie fan, so I probably won't pick them up. As awful as that sounds,
I am a massive indie fan, so I definitely will pick them up.
Definitely. The new Snub Fighter looks cool, even if it is a wee bit overpriced, in my humble opinion. And same thing with the Spider Droid, or the Spider Attack, whatever they want to call it. I'm interested to see if we get any set reveals from this episode because they've been doing it about a set reveal a week.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed for a TIE Interceptor.
That'd be nice.
Fingers crossed. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
I'd love a Mando fighter and a TIE Interceptor or TIE Bomber. Well, no, we have a TIE Bomber on the market. Give me a TIE Interceptor.
Yep. TIE Interceptor. And TIE Fighters are still out there. That's cool. You have a Raiders Ark in your basement?
Oh, the last Mando set is based off the finale. Ooh. Okay. Interesting.
TIE Interceptor?
Let me kick off our first bit of news and rumors with some Spider-Man news. So we have
Spooderman.
We got a couple reports of some stuff that's going on behind the scenes with Marvel. Firstly, there have been several recent reports that Tom Holland has signed on to 6 new MCU projects.
Jeez.
Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6. Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Avengers: Secret Wars. And finally, and this is the one I wasn't expecting, Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six.
Ooh.
And I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that.
I'm happy for more Tom Holland.
I like me some Tom Holland. I would also like me some Andrew Garfield, but that's just
and
me.
some Moby Squire, but we'll see. We'll see. Also, there's also a rumor going around about Into the Spider-Verse. So, spoiler alert if you don't want to hear. Do you want to hear?
I think I know what you're talking about, actually. But go
Oh,
ahead.
rumor has it that there will be a scene where Miles Morales jumps into the MCU and
Mhm.
sees Peter Parker. This is a rumor. Don't know if it's true or not. That's why this is news and rumors. But
Yep.
he jumps in the MCU. He's MCU Peter Parker, but Miles stays animated.
Yes, I've heard about this.
I like that idea. I think that's really cool. I'd love to see that, but
I think
we'll see. I think Into the Spider-Verse is going to be great. So
I agree with this. I have news for Ghostbusters things. So
let's go.
It was announced a while back. We're getting more Ghostbusters stuff. Be that a live action series, an animated series, the untitled Ghostbusters sequel, which went by the working title of Firehouse and is now going under the working title of Ghostbusters Hell's Kitchen.
Daredevil.
That is the joke that both Callahan and I made to each other. We were like, what's he going to do with that thing? He can't see.
He doesn't
But
need to see.
the team behind the upcoming untitled Ghostbusters animated feature continues to be revealed as Sony Pictures Animation have confirmed Laura Sasson will serve as a story artist. Sasson was recently named one of the rising stars of 2023 by Animation Magazine, with past work including Hotel Transylvania 4, Transformania, Vivo, We Bare Bears the movie, but most notably, Sasson is serving as a story artist in the highly anticipated Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And now we have her for our Ghostbusters animated movie. And I'm very excited about this. It's more behind the scenes Marvel news. So we know for a while, Marvel doesn't have the rights to Hulk and Namor because, well, Comcast has them. And so there's rumor that there will be a deal and that Comcast will be returning the rights to the characters of Hulk and Namor to Disney and Marvel Studios in exchange for their stake in Hulu.
I think it's a good idea. Good deal.
I'm okay with this. And next up, we have quite possibly my favorite bit of news and rumors that's on this entire list, if I'm being completely honest.
All right.
James Spader will reportedly return as Ultron in Marvel Studios' Armor Wars. And I could not be happier.
Me too. That'd be awesome.
Oh,
James Spader did such a good job as Ultron and did not get enough time to shine in the actual movie. So I'm very happy for that. He's got such a threatening voice too. Like
does. I'm just happy to have more Ultron. I love him as a villain. I have bad news for Star Wars. As reportedly, both Kevin Feige and Patty Jenkins' Star Wars movies have been shelves. That being said, Taika's movie is reportedly still in the works. So there is that.
I kind of want to talk about this for a second when it comes to like big name director Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know like they kind of did this thing where they were just kind of throwing shit at the wall to see what stuck.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they're a little more established with like the TV shows and the Mandalorian and stuff like that, like quit doing shit. It's really annoying. It's like, oh, we're going to get this director's movie. No, we're not. You're just trying to drum up hype. And it's fine, but like, damn. Kevin Feige is busy enough with Marvel. He does not need Star Wars. Patty Jenkins needs to direct a good Wonder Woman movie again. We don't need her in Star Wars. Taika Waititi, everyone's going to complain that it's Love and Thunder-esque, but I think it's going to be good.
I think that's going to be really good.
I'd love to see his movie. Like, and then the same thing like the Game of Thrones guys and like Ryan Johnson's trilogy and this and that. And, you know, you have all this shit that's been announced, but like they're not going to do anything with it. So honestly, Disney really, when it comes to Star Wars, just needs to pump the brakes a bit and just let stop announcing 50,000 products and scrapping 90% of them, because it's really doing a detriment to the fan base to like get all excited about these things and then like just scrapping the project. And I'm sure this is a thing that happens in Hollywood all the time, where like you have these plans for all these projects and they don't follow through. But the problem is that they're getting so much extra attention because it's a Star Wars project.
Mm-hmm.
Keep some tighter lips when it comes to until they're don't announce them until they're getting just what else we
get? So we've got reportedly freshman year is rumored to be aiming to premiere in late 2024. It's a lot later than when we thought it was going to premiere, but I'm happy to just be getting it all. I was really worried about this project with the rumors circulating around Marvel Animation, but I'm happy that we're going to be getting it. Next up,
I think Marvel well with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I have news about Skeleton Crew. So
Nice.
reportedly, Pirate King Gorian Shard, who we saw in episode 1? Episode 1 of Mando? Star Wars Davy Jones and his gang will reportedly be going to be our main antagonists of Skeleton Crew. So that's going to be a nice little setup for that. And I'm pretty excited.
Bro just beat the glup shit out of allegations. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Or more like.
Let's see. What have I got? Oh, this is actual news, not rumors. James Gunn is officially directing Superman Legacy. And that's going to be releasing on July 11, 2025. It's official.
It's official. Cool. So I love that he tied this movie back to his father and like talked about how much it meant to him and his family to like be making this movie. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty excited. Yeah. I think that's going to be really good. Oh, also, we have a new official synopsis for Ghostbusters, Firehouse, Hell's Kitchen, whatever we're calling it at this point. That being, after the events in Oklahoma, the Ghostbusters team returns to where it all started, New York City. The Spengler family story continues with a new group of Ghostbusters led by Winston Zeddemore, Ernie Hudson, and Ray Stantz, Dan Aykroyd. So we now have, gradually we've had bits confirmed that Ernie Hudson is returning, judging by that, because just the other day he said he wasn't confirmed, but that tells me yes, he is. We knew Dan Aykroyd was coming back, and we know that all the Spengler family is returning. It was confirmed actually just today that Celeste O'Connor will be reprising their role as Lucky Domingo. So I'm happy. I'm happy with all this because Afterlife is so good. I watched that movie in theaters 3 times. It was so good.
Bill Murray, where are you
at? He's doing his own thing. He's being Bill Murray.
Stop crashing College of Charleston party and go join the new Ghostbusters.
Bill Murray's kind of busy being kind of a pain to work with.
He's Bill fucking Murray.
Yeah. Anyway, reportedly, according to Dave Filoni,
he's busy being a pain.
A Star Wars spin-offs crossover event may be very real within the Mando time period. And he specifically cited Mando, Ahsoka, and Skeleton Crew.
Damn. That's interesting.
So, I'm pretty excited. We got confirmed news that we will be getting another Jedi Survivor trailer in 3 days.
Yep, I'm hype.
The little
When does it
tease that they
drop?
showed us had the Mantis's engine smoking, which concerns me. Because I love that ship.
For real.
And
Doesn't
I
the
was
game supposed to drop today?
yeah, this was the original release date.
Dang, so in an
Horizon.
alternate timeline, we're on Twitch right now streaming it. That's
In
wild.
an alternate timeline, I am indeed on Twitch streaming Jedi Survivor.
Anyways, that's neither here nor there.
So
That's exciting.
if any of y'all follow the Pokemon series, you'll know that in the most recent episode, Team Rocket blasts off for one final time and has disbanded in one of Ash and Pikachu's emotional final episodes on the Pokemon series. I'm sad to see him go. I can't say I ever watched the series, but I always love those two. They're delightful characters. I have Aquaman 2 news, and it's laughable.
Is it that the movie's happening? Also,
Aquaman
apparently
2
Shazam! Fury of the Gods is reviews say that it's hot garbage.
Oh, well,
it says rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. Sorry, Zachary Levi.
I'm not sorry.
Sucks to suck.
Anyway, Aquaman 2 test screening reportedly terrible. Multiple insiders described Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom's recent test screening as it's boring, not as good as the first, and potentially one of the worst DCEU movies.
Bro, literally Justice League exists.
Yeah.
Batman v Superman also exists.
Yeah.
You know how bad it has to be? Like literally, like see, and that is why. And I'm gonna say it. And that is why we need to ditch the fucking Snyderverse. Snyder cucks, stay mad, cope harder. Your universe is dead. It was boring to begin with.
Yeah.
The Snyderverse is not coming back. It never should come back. Fuck the Snyderverse.
It's hard to have a universe when it keeps contradicting itself because you can't decide on one person to give control to.
For real. So yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's good to know. Let these projects die. Let James Gunn start completely from scratch.
Yeah, honestly, as much as I say that I would have loved to have Henry Cavill around, I do think there is going to be some catharsis to starting completely over. And they should start completely over. And they shouldn't keep Ezra Miller around or Zachary Levi. We should let their renditions of the characters die out. I'm happy with Jason Momoa. I want to see him play Lobo instead. Let him do it. We don't need to keep him as Aquaman.
Oh, God. Ezra Miller from the ceiling with a steel chair. Ah!
Reportedly, Vision Quest, the Disney Plus series, begins filming in 2024 and will include characters that comic book fans might associate with Vision.
Interesting. Matt Murdock, because of his lack of it.
All right. And finally,
my friend, enjoy.
We have one final bit of news. And it's about a character that we've all been wondering about since the beginning of Phase 4.
Wong.
There's reportedly a Mephisto special presentation starring Sacha Baron Cohen that is rumored to be currently filming. Currently filming.
Officially
That means it was kept under wraps this entire time and is now actively filming. It made it through story writing without anything surfacing about it. So, yeah.
You know why? Because they're hiding the truth. And they're hiding the fact that Madison is in fact Mephisto. With 2 N's and a Y, but it's not where you think. Because you know why? Mephisto is not where you think. I'm on your case. I'm in your walls. I want your phone number.
Do we have anything further?
Just kidding.
Any
I love
further
my girl.
thoughts?
And I love my girlfriend so much. It's a joke, I promise.
Well, anything we'd like to say before we sign
She
off
knows that
for the
too.
week?
I don't think so. So, with all that being said, thank you so much for joining another episode of Under the Helmet Podcast. Thank you for dealing with my internet issues. We're going to try to get it worked out this week, and hopefully we'll be a lot better off on Thursday. And since you made it this far, we're almost at 2 hours. You might as well give this video a like. Leave a comment down below. Share us in the algorithm. We didn't play any copyrighted music today, so we're not getting copyright claims. That's a dub. And finally, join the Discord. Follow us on Instagram. And, of course, subscribe to Under the Helmet Podcast.
And you should definitely...
The undisputed disorganized podcast in this most disorganized podcast in the Star Wars universe.
And you should definitely join the Discord so you can see the memes that I make of Dylan's face when he freezes on stream.
With that being said, have a good night. This is the way. And we will see you next time we go Under the Helmet. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone.